Hey, I can actually hear y'all asking, is she lying? Did she really meet somebody and let him move in 3 days later? I did. I did. I will admit that. Unfortunately, it's not something I can't say I'm not proud of it, but it is what happened. How did it turn out? What happened? Well, within 3 months, we got married. Believe it or not, we did get married. Uh, it was tough. It was a tough situation. It was a tough situation, not something I recommend. We became a blended family immediately. I had a 3-year-old son. He had a 4-year-old daughter and a 6-year-old son. We became a blended family immediately. His children did not live with us for the first so many months, but within the first year, we got custody of his children. So I raised them from the ages of 5 and 7, and now they're 32 and 34 or something like that. It'd be 35. Um, so uh, my daughter actually blessed me with my 2 grandchildren. So, you know, it ended up, I would say, I would call it a successful marriage, a successful relationship, because we were married for 15 years. We met one day, went on a date maybe 2 days later, and the next day he moved in with me. So within 3 days of meeting, he moved in with me. And it was something about it. I feel like it was like a love at first sight. We had both been praying to God to meet somebody, like seriously, like, God, if we don't meet somebody, like, this is bad type situation. And we did meet. um I feel like we had a very successful marriage. We raised our children in the church. We were both licensed ministers. um he was a great provider, a great provider. I was wife number two. His the mother of his children was his first wife. um but I think everything was going pretty well until I think it started getting really bad when the children started aging out. I think a lot of the prayers that we sent up to God when we did pray was concerning not so much just ourselves in a relationship, but we needed someone for our children to make sure our children were going to be okay. I needed a father for my children. He needed a mother for his children. So in his eyes, they had a mother, but in his eyes, he needed a mother for his children. So once the children started to age out, I think things started to change a lot. I went through a big depression, not because of the children aging out. I went through a depression. It was just a stressful situation. We moved to Germany. He was in the military. We moved to Germany. I didn't have anybody, and that was within the first year and a half. I didn't have any support, any family, anybody. I almost lost my mind. We had to do like some maneuvering in order to get up out of Germany because I literally was losing my mind. So it ended up being, in my opinion, a successful relationship, a successful marriage. Um, because not many people get married and then to last for 15 years is great. We never separated, not one time. We never left each other. We didn't play around like that. But we did go through some struggles with the when I started going through depression. I went through a really bad depression. When I had surgery, I had a partial hysterectomy and it went bad. I had to close my daycare down. We lost our home. It was pretty bad. I went through that's when I first started taking depression medication, anxiety medication. That's when I actually started taking getting like when I started getting addicted to pain medication because of the surgery. I had to get on pain medication. So it took a toll. My ex-husband, I slept in a recliner for like 8 weeks, 8 to 10 weeks. He would sleep in there with me somehow. That was crazy. But yeah. Uh, uh, but it was hard. He had to wash my hair. He had to, bathe me. Like I couldn't do any of that. I went through a depression. Some of the reason why my grill is jacked up, because during the depression, I didn't brush my teeth for months at a time. I didn't comb my hair. My hair was matted. Um, oh, it was bad. I didn't even go out of the house sometimes for seasons. Like I would look out the window and I would see snow, and the next time I would look out, it would be sunshine, and it wasn't because it was just that type of, no, it was because the seasons had changed and I hadn't even been outside. I stayed in my bed most of the time. My children, in order to visit me, they would come to my bedroom and visit me in my bed. That's where we spent our time. So they had a really rough time. But again, that was closer, thank God, to the end of the relationship, to the end of my children growing up. It did affect them negatively, but it is what it is. It's still affecting me right now. I'm actually just now starting to try to come out of it. Hence why I started YouTube. This is my therapy. This is because going through depression, you push everybody away. I didn't want to be around nobody. My misery don't love company. People say, "Oh, misery loves company." Not my misery. My misery don't love company. I don't want to be around people when I'm happy. I definitely don't want to be around people when I'm sad, when I'm depressed, when I'm down, when I'm feeling bad. I'm an overthinker, so I think a lot, and I'm in my head all the time. And oh, it's a rough place to be, especially when you're dealing with depression and anxiety. And then having to go through grief. When I lost my mom a couple of years ago, going through that grief. So now I'm just now coming out of it. I'm just now starting to even open myself up to date. I'm just now starting to, I no longer take medication for depression, anxiety, or anything like that. So I'm just now starting to get my life back, right? After a long time. So did I meet somebody? Yes. Did I let him move in 3 days after we met? Yes. Was it a successful relationship? I believe it was. Thank God I didn't meet a maniac, a crazy man who was abusive, who was an alcoholic, a drinker, smoke, anything like that. No drugs, no alcohol, no abuse, no, nothing like that. Nothing like that. Never called me out my name, never put his hands on me, nothing like that. A great provider. We went through situations, like I said, we lost our home that we were buying. We were homeless at one point. We went through some things, but never anything like that, like you would expect. So thank God he had his hands on us, because I could have even been as crazy as he could have been. And so, but it worked out. It worked out. Not something I recommend, but at the same time, it does work out sometimes. So if you find yourself in that position, there was no red flags that I had to be aware of, like, oh, this is a red flag, but I'm going to overlook it. Nothing like that. Everything just kind of lined up. So it just worked out that way. Have I found anything like that since? No. Do I think I will find anything like that again? Probably not. Do I believe that I could find love again? Absolutely. 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 Now that I'm opening myself up, I've actually lost 100 pounds. I'm still fat, but I've lost 100 pounds. Naturally. No exercise, unfortunately, which is why I'm still fat. But I am at 200 pounds now versus almost 300. I was almost 300. Now I'm a little bit under 2. So, anywho, I'm trying to get my life back. I'm letting my hair grow out. I had my hair shaved all off. I'm letting my hair grow back. Just trying to get my life back so that I can meet my new Mr. Right, who's going to go into these next years with me. I'm waiting on my dentures to come in. They were supposed to be ready around Thanksgiving. Unfortunately, this is almost Valentine's and they're not here. They've been here and went back a couple times. So I'm still waiting on those, but I didn't let that stop me. I'm not going to let that stop me. I don't care who talks about me, who likes it, who doesn't. I don't care. I'm not going to let that stop me. It is what it is. This is who I am. You hear me? This is who I am. Like me, love me, hate me. I don't care. But if you can relate, if you got this far, it's been almost 10 minutes. I don't know anybody that ever just listened to me ramble for 10 minutes. But if you did get this far, do me a favor. Not only will I ask you to subscribe to my channel and help me out. I'm trying to get monetized. I do need subscribers and I need watch hours. I need you to watch my videos, like, comment, share, all of that good stuff. But drop me a comment and say you have a beautiful smile. If you got this far, that's the only way, because nobody else is going to ever tell me that, right? I used to get those compliments all the time, but nobody is going to tell me that unless you got to the end of this video. If you got to the end of this video, put in the comments, you have a beautiful smile. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Again, subscribe to my channel. If you are new or you just want to subscribe and you want me to subscribe back, put that in the comments. Let me know. I subscribe to you. Will you subscribe back? Absolutely, I will. So just put it in the comments. Let me know. Thank you so much for listening to me for this almost 11 minutes. Listen to me go on and on and on. Hopefully, you'll watch some of my other videos and check me out and see what you think. Thank you so much. All right. You have a good one. Bye.